Breathe with me for a moment. Let the shoulders relax and allow the jaw to soften. Place one hand over the heart and one hand over the belly. Feel the gentle rise and fall. Let this be a soft beginning, a small sanctuary where care is real and pressure can loosen its hold. Life brings seasons of waiting, of worry, of wanting something to change. Sometimes it feels like life is saying, not yet, and that can stir restlessness in the chest and noise in the mind. In this safe space, nothing needs to be fixed in a hurry. Nothing needs to be earned. Worthiness is already here. Comfort is allowed to arrive slowly, like sunrise spreading its light across the room. Let the breath move in through the nose, count to 4, and then out through the mouth a little longer. With each exhale, let the belly drop and the shoulders draw away from the ears. If thoughts are racing, they can keep moving like clouds passing by. The body can settle even while thoughts continue their parade. Place attention on the warmth of the hand on the heart. Feel the steady rhythm there, a quiet reminder that life supports with every beat. Whisper softly, "Today I choose a kinder inner voice." Say it again until it feels like it might be true. Even a small opening is enough. There can be grief for past efforts that felt unnoticed. There can be fear that joy may slip away. There can be loops of doubt that play the same old tune. All of these are welcome to sit beside the breath. This space does not shame feelings, it holds them. When a child is upset, a gentle embrace calms the storm faster than scolding. The inner self is no different. Kind words soften what harsh words make hard. Speak inwardly as a dear friend would. This is a safe moment. Care meets me here. I am doing the best I can, and that is enough for now. Let the mind set a clear but gentle intention. It can be simple. May today bring soft release and steady trust. Or, may my thoughts grow a little kinder and my body a little lighter. Intention is a seed planted in rich soil. It does not demand the plant to sprout in an hour. It offers nutrients, sunlight, and patience. Sit with the breath and picture the intention as warmth in the chest. The warmth spreads to the shoulders, throat, belly, hips, and legs. Add a second breath cycle, count of 4 in and longer out. Then a third cycle, just as slow. Say quietly, "It is safe to heal at my own pace." When discomfort rises, the mind often tries to solve everything at once. That can feel like carrying too many bags at the same time. In this space, set the bags down. Take one small thing in both hands. If the small thing today is a single breath taken with care, that is enough. If the small thing is one kind sentence said in the mirror, that is enough. If the small thing is a 5-minute walk, a glass of water, or writing one supportive thought, that is enough. Each small act tells the body, we are safe enough to soften. Softening is not the same as giving up. It is the doorway through which strength returns. Now bring attention to the center of the chest and speak this gentle statement, I am safe to be present. Feel how it lands. If there is tension around the ribs, slide the hands there and invite the breath into that space. If there is a tight throat, rest fingers at the base of the neck and let the exhale be a tiny sigh. The body hears kindness. The body responds to tone. Speak slowly and kindly, the way one might talk to a tender plant just beginning to grow. I allow ease. I allow help. I allow good. Do not push. Allow. Allowing has a softness that control does not. Allowing opens the window. Life brings the breeze. Before moving on, choose one simple intention to carry through the day. It might be, I treat my thoughts with gentleness. It might be, I give myself permission to start again as many times as needed. It might be, I welcome small signs of support. Write it down on a small note and place it where the eyes will meet it. Let this message be a hand on the shoulder, steady and warm. Take one more slow breath in and an even slower breath out. The inner space is set. The journey can continue with ease. There is a simple way to see how blocks grow. A thought repeats, and with each repetition it gains weight. The weighted thought shapes a feeling in the chest or belly. The feeling sends a signal to the body to brace or relax. The body's stance then feeds the next thought. This loop can go in any direction. A heavy loop can lead to tight shoulders and a tired heart. A gentle loop can lead to open breath and a softer face. This is not about blame. It is about noticing the chain so the first link can be softened. Think of thoughts as a kind of inner weather. There are sunny days, gray days, and stormy days. The body is like the earth that receives the weather. When the mind sends cold winds of criticism, the body tightens to keep warm. When the mind sends warm, calm breezes of support, the body releases a little and circulation improves. A single supportive thought does not end all storms, but it changes the climate within a few inches of the heart. Then the next thought has an easier path to kindness. Take a slow minute for a body check-in. Close the eyes. Draw breath to a steady rhythm. Scan from the forehead to the jaw, across the neck and shoulders, down the arms and hands, through the chest and belly, into the hips, legs, and feet. Note where the body holds tension. No need to fix it. Simply note, the jaw is tight. The chest feels heavy. The belly feels fluttery. Labeling tension with kindness often takes away a layer of fear. It turns a vague discomfort into a clear signal the heart can respond to. Bring a hand to one area of tension. If it is the jaw, rest fingertips lightly near the ears and let the mouth hang open for a few seconds. If it is the shoulders, roll them slowly back and down. If it is the belly, place both hands there and breathe as if filling a gentle balloon. Say softly, "You are allowed to relax." Pause, then add, "Only as much as feels safe." Safety matters. When the inner world feels safe, thoughts stop rushing to guard the doorway. The body opens it a little and peace steps in. Some blocks begin as small ideas planted long ago. It is hard to receive. Good things pass quickly. Love is scarce. These ideas might have made sense at one time. The mind adopted them to stay safe. Today, care can help the mind consider new ideas that are true and kind. New ideas do not need to be grand. They can be bridge thoughts, gentle steps between an old belief and a new way. For example, I am learning to let good in. Small support is still support. I can practice trust for the next 5 minutes. Short, kind, and believable. The body hears the tone first. If the tone is kind, the body loosens its guard. Write for a few minutes on this prompt. What story is my body holding today? Let the pen move without concern for perfect words. The story may be about waiting, wanting, or feeling left behind. It may be about hope rising again. Reading the words back, place a hand on the heart and say, "Thank you for telling the truth." Honesty in a kind voice is healing. Where there is honesty, the breath grows deeper. Where there is kindness, the nervous system shifts toward rest. A simple daily practice, 3 pauses. Morning pause. Before the day begins, 3 slow breaths with hands on heart and belly. Midday pause, 2 minutes to scan shoulders and release the jaw. Evening pause. Write 3 lines. 1 feeling felt, 1 supportive thought that helped, 1 small win. These small, steady acts teach the body that support is here. When the body believes support is here, the mind becomes willing to try a new thought. When the mind tries a new thought, the body relaxes a little more. This is the loop of healing. Speak this supportive statement now. My body is my friend. My thoughts can learn to help. Feel how the chest responds. If there is tightness, breathe into it with patience. If there is spaciousness, Enjoy it without grabbing. The mind does not need to control the timeline. Trust grows when the inner voice is gentle and steady. In that steadiness, blocks begin to soften. They loosen their knots, thread by thread. Not because of force, but because the whole inner space begins to feel safe. Let us turn to a phrase that opens many doors. I am willing to release resistance. Willingness is a tender key. It does not force the lock, it invites it to open. There is no need to pretend that resistance is gone. There is only a need to be willing for it to ease. Willingness is honest and kind. It says, part of me is tight, and part of me is open to softening. That small opening is enough to let light in. Resistance shows up in many ways. It can be a tight jaw when support arrives, a quick no before the full offer is heard, or a habit of bracing against good news. Sometimes it is a body that leans forward, trying to control what comes next. Sometimes it is a breath that stays high in the chest. These are not flaws. They are old reflexes trying to protect the heart. Thank them for their service, then offer them a new job. Dear body, you can protect me by helping me soften. Breathe in through the nose to a slow count of 4. Exhale through the mouth for a count a little longer. On the exhale, speak softly. I am willing to release resistance. Feel the words travel through the jaw and throat. With the next exhale, let the shoulders drop a little. With the next, let the belly let go. The mind may say, but what if letting go means losing control? Offer a bridge thought. I can release a little while still being safe. Safety and ease can sit side by side. Write a short list of areas where resistance shows up. Keep it simple, 3 to 5 items. Next to each item, place a number from 0 to 10 showing how strong the resistance feels today. Choose the smallest number on the list. Circle it. This is where to practice first. The mind loves to start with the hardest mountain. The heart thrives when starting with a gentle hill. Set a timer for 2 minutes. During those 2 minutes, focus on the circled area and breathe the phrase with each exhale. I am willing to release resistance. 2 minutes, that is all. Small practice, strong medicine. When the 2 minutes end, check the number again. If it moved from 4 to 3, celebrate that shift. If it stayed the same, celebrate showing up. Progress is often measured in willingness, not dramatic drops. This phrase works like warm water on a tight knot. The knot loosens first on the outer loops, then in the center. Trust the process. The body is learning that softening is safe. Add a tiny physical release to support the phrase. Open the hands, palms up, and spread the fingers. This posture sends a clear message. I am open. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the heart by a few millimeters as if giving it more room to breathe. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Each of these small shifts tells the body that the moment is not a threat. The body then allows the mind to try kinder thoughts without alarm. Affirmations can weave into daily life like a gentle song. Use this set during the day, 1 line per breath. I allow ease. I let go a little more now. I am safe to soften. Good meets me in ways I can accept. Do not rush the lines. Let them rest on the breath. Speak them in a voice that you would use with someone cherished. The inner self listens most to tone, not volume. A loving tone builds trust even when the mind is uncertain. Journaling can deepen the release. Write this prompt at the top of a page. What am I afraid will happen if I soften? Let words spill onto the page without editing. Sometimes the answer is, if I soften, I may be disappointed again. Acknowledge that fear with care. Disappointment hurts, and this heart has known it. Today I choose to protect this heart with gentleness, not with walls. Another helpful prompt. If resistance could speak, what would it ask for? Often it asks for safety, clarity, or reassurance. Offer those through kind routines and clear, simple plans. Choose a daily willingness ritual. Morning. Stand by a window, hand on heart, and say the phrase 3 times with slow breaths. Midday. Take a 2-minute break to unclench the jaw and drop the shoulders while repeating the phrase on each exhale. Evening. Write one moment when resistance softened, even if it was small. These steady touches turn willingness from a thought into a lived habit. A habit shapes the inner climate. A climate shapes outcomes. Willingness also opens the door to guidance. When resistance loosens, senses sharpen. Nudges become easier to hear. A small idea to send a message, to try a tiny step, to organize a corner of a room, to write a gratitude line. These can arrive quietly. Meet them with the phrase, "I am willing to release resistance," and then take one small action. Action need not be grand. A single gentle step can start a path. Movement clears static. The heart reads movement as faith. Let the breath deepen once more. Inhale to 4, exhale longer. Whisper with care, "I am willing to release resistance." Pause and listen inside. Notice any place that feels 1 degree softer. Even 1 degree matters. The body speaks in degrees, not absolutes. Honor that language. Offer a soft smile, tiny and real. A smile in the face relaxes the nervous system and sends a message of safety to the whole body. Allow that message to settle. Close this part of the practice with a simple blessing spoken inwardly. May ease touch this day. May resistance soften in kind ways. May willingness lead me gently. Let the words move through the chest like warm light. The heart knows how to carry them forward. Receiving is a gentle skill. Many were taught to be strong, to give, to keep going, and to prove worth through effort, yet not taught how to allow goodness to come in. When receiving feels strange, the body often shows it first. The shoulders creep upward, the belly holds tight, the breath stays shallow, the mind says yes, yet the chest quietly says no. This is not a flaw, this is a learned reflex. It formed to protect a tender heart. Today, a new message can begin. It is safe for me to receive. Speak it softly, as a kind breeze. Feel the words pass through the throat and rest in the chest. The body listens to tone. When the tone is loving, the body loosens a little and makes room for ease. To retrain the body toward receiving, start with small, safe pieces of goodness. Warmth on the skin from daylight counts. A sip of water that refreshes counts. A comfortable chair that supports the back counts. Let the mind say, "I allow this to reach me." This is receiving practice in its most simple form. The nervous system learns through repetition. Each time goodness is noticed and named, the inner system updates, safe, allowed, welcomed. Place a hand on the heart and one on the belly. Inhale softly with the words, "I allow." Exhale with the words, "Thank you." Repeat for 5 slow breaths. The heart learns that allowing and gratitude can share the same rhythm. Compliments can be a powerful doorway. When kind words arrive, the old reflex might be to deflect or rush past them. Try a new response. Pause, breathe, and say, "Thank you. I am letting that in." Then actually feel where those words land. Do they land in the chest, the throat, the cheeks? Touch that place with the fingertips and hold for a moment. If a part of the mind argues, offer a bridge thought. I am learning to let kind words be true for me. This bridge does not fight the old story. It simply gives the new one a seat at the table. With practice, that seat becomes a home. Mirror work helps receiving become real in the body. Stand before a mirror and soften the gaze toward the eyes. Let the face be natural. Speak, "It is safe for me to receive," 3 times with slow breaths between. Notice the tiniest shift, a softer jaw, a warmer chest, a longer exhale. If there is no shift, the practice still counts. Many seeds germinate below the surface long before a sprout is seen. After the words, add one more line. I am allowed to receive support without owing anything for it. Boundaries and receiving can live together. It is not either or. Healthy receiving honors limits while welcoming care. Create a simple receiving list to carry through the day. At the top, write, ways I receive today. Keep it very small. Accept a held door. Enjoy the taste of a meal instead of rushing. Say yes when a helpful offer arrives. Place a check mark when each one is allowed. These are not trivial gestures. They are proof to the inner system that goodness can meet the heart without danger. Each check mark is like a drop filling a cup. A fuller cup can then pour into life with ease, not strain. Giving becomes sweeter when it rises from a cup that is not empty. Sometimes the fear underneath receiving says, if I let this in, I will be trapped. Or, if I accept, something will be taken later. These fears were once protective rules. Thank them kindly and offer new rules that keep everyone safe. I can receive and still choose my yes and no. I can receive and still keep my voice. I can receive and rest, then give with joy. Speak these new rules while standing tall with the feet grounded. The body understands posture as language. Open the hands, palms up, and spread the fingers as if making space for goodness. This gesture tells the whole being, safe, open, steady. Build a small daily ritual that turns receiving into a habit. Morning, place a glass of water on the counter, hold it with both hands, and say, it is safe for me to receive, before the first sip. Midday, step outside or near a window and feel light on the skin. Whisper, I let this reach me. Evening, write 3 things received, small or large, and place a hand over the list. Breathe one slow breath of thanks. These steady rhythms work on the inner climate. In time, the reflex to brace begins to soften. The heart notices, goodness can find me, and it is safe. If there are moments when receiving feels stuck, return to the body first. Lengthen the exhale. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Roll the shoulders back and down. These small shifts loosen the old armor. Then speak the phrase again. It is safe for me to receive. If tears arise, let them move. Tears are how the heart clears room for new light. Consider one more bridge thought. I can open 1% more right now. 1% is kind, doable, and powerful over time. 1% repeated transforms a life. Carry this gentle truth forward. Receiving does not remove dignity, it restores balance. A balanced flow, giving and receiving, creates steady energy, clear decisions, and natural generosity. There is no need to push for grand openings. A small welcome mat at the door of the heart is enough for today. Speak once more with a soft inner voice. It is safe for me to receive. Allow the breath to answer, long and easy. This is how the new story begins to live in the body. Thoughts are seeds. What gets planted and tended grows stronger. Many were taught to argue with troubling thoughts, to force them away, or to cover them with bright words that did not feel true. The body knows when words are hollow. The body calms when words are kind and believable. I choose thoughts that support my good is a loving decision, not a battle. It means selecting thoughts that help the heart, even if they are small and quiet. Supportive thoughts often begin as gentle bridges, not bold declarations. They are like steady shoes on a long walk, simple, reliable, and comfortable. Start with awareness. When tension rises, pause and name the thought that sits underneath it. Use a calm tone. as if speaking to a friend. A thought is here that says nothing works for me. Naming it takes away some of its power. Then breathe. A longer exhale tells the body that a wiser part is present. After the breath, choose. Offer a helpful alternative that the whole self can accept. I am learning to choose thoughts that help me today. Or, I can take one small step and let that be enough. These are not grand promises. They are kind companions. The mind learns by repetition. Each repetition makes the supportive path easier to find. Write a short inventory of recurring thoughts that pull energy down. Keep the list short. 3 statements are enough. Next to each one, create a gentle partner. If the old thought is, I am always behind, the partner might be, I move at a steady pace that suits me. If the old thought is, good things don't last, the partner might be, I can enjoy what is here now. If the old thought is, I never finish, the partner might be, I complete small pieces with care. Read the partners aloud morning and night. Place one on a note where the eyes rest often. The voice that is heard most becomes the guide. The body helps the mind choose. Posture shapes thinking more than most realize. Sit or stand with the feet grounded, spine long, shoulders relaxed, and face soft. This stance sends an inner message, safe, capable, steady. In this stance, speak the chosen thought slowly. Notice the breath deepen. The nervous system receives the cue and quiets. Quiet makes room for better choices. The more often the body is aligned when supportive thoughts are spoken, the faster the mind pairs safety with those words. Thought and body become allies. When a painful story returns, do not fight it. Fighting makes it louder. Greet it with care. Hello, old story. You are trying to protect me. Then place a hand on the belly and choose again. Today, I choose thoughts that support my good. Follow with a small action that aligns with the new thought. If the partner thought is, I complete small pieces with care, set a 5-minute timer and complete one tiny step. Action anchors thought in the body. The mind learns. This new story leads to movement and begins to prefer it. If a supportive thought feels too far away, use a bridge. Bridges sound like, it's possible that things can go well, or I'm open to a kinder view. Bridges work because they respect honesty. The inner self relaxes when it is not forced to leap across a canyon. Over time, bridge thoughts become base camps. From there, stronger thoughts are easier to reach. Speak this line now with a slow exhale. I choose thoughts that support my good. Then add, I can be gentle and honest at the same time. Honesty and gentleness together create deep trust. Create a daily thought garden routine. Morning, before looking at a screen, read the 3 partner thoughts out loud. Midday, notice one moment when a supportive thought prevented a spiral. Place a hand on the heart and whisper, thank you for choosing well. Evening, write one line about how the body felt when the supportive thought was chosen. Track these sensations. A looser jaw, a longer breath, a calmer stomach. These are signs that the mind-body connection is strengthening. Where the body is calm, supportive thoughts grow more easily. Affirmations can be woven into everyday tasks. While washing hands, say, I release what I don't need, I keep what helps me. While dressing, say, I put on thoughts that fit my good. While preparing food, say, I feed my mind with kindness. These small phrases carried by routine create a gentle rhythm. Rhythm is how new habits become natural. The mind loves rhythm. The heart rests in it. Over weeks, this rhythm becomes the steady drum that marches the old stories out with grace. When setbacks happen, meet them with compassion. A day of heavy thoughts is not a failure. It is a sign that extra care is needed. Wrap the day in a warm phrase, I am allowed to begin again. Beginning again is a sacred skill. Begin again 1,000 times if needed. Each return to a supportive thought weakens the old pathway and brightens the new one. This is patient work, but it is fruitful. Speak once more with softness that fills the room inside. I choose thoughts that support my good. Feel the ground beneath the feet. Feel the breath arrive. This choice is a loving anchor. Forgiveness is freedom. It is the gentle untying of ropes that have rubbed the skin for too long. It does not say that harm was fine. It does not erase wisdom or boundaries. Forgiveness says, I release the hold this pain has on my body and my mind. The phrase, I forgive and set myself free, is a key that opens the inner door. Often the first sign that the door can open is a soft drop in the shoulders or a thaw around the heart. The body is the best witness to forgiveness. It tells the truth about what is loosening. Begin with what feels possible. There may be layers: hurt, anger, sadness, and grief. All are welcome to be felt. Feeling is not the same as drowning. Feeling is presence. Presence is strength. When emotions rise, sit with both feet grounded and place the hands over the heart. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts and exhale through the mouth for 6. On each exhale, say inwardly, I forgive and set myself free. If tears come, allow them. Tears are the body's way of washing the heart. They carry old salt out and make space for fresh waters. A helpful tool is the forgiveness ladder. Write a list of resentments or regrets, then order them from lightest to heaviest. Start at the lightest. Set a 2-minute timer. During those 2 minutes, breathe and repeat the phrase. When the timer ends, check the body. Is the jaw softer? Is the chest looser? If yes, bless the shift. If not, bless the effort. That blessing matters. The nervous system learns that it is safe to approach the knot. When the lightest rope loosens, the next one is easier to touch. This is how steady kindness works. Sometimes forgiveness is toward the self, for words not spoken, for choices made in pain, for signs missed. Speak gently, I forgive and set myself free. Add a bridge thought if needed. I was doing the best I could with what I knew then. The body leans into a thought like this because it feels true. The exhale lengthens, the stomach uncurls, energy returns. The mind may try to bring up old evidence to argue. Thank it for caring and return to the breath. Breath carries the phrase into the places that thinking alone cannot reach. A common fear says, if I forgive, I will forget and be hurt again. Forgiveness does not remove memory or wisdom. It removes the constant tension that drains life. Keep boundaries in place while releasing the inner grip. Speak, I hold wise boundaries, and I free myself from this burden. Say it while standing with feet wide and knees soft as if rooted. The body understands strength without hardness. It can be both open and protected. This balance is the sweetness of mature forgiveness. Writing can support the release. Try a letter not meant to be sent. Begin with, this is how it felt, and let the truth flow. Then write, this is what I choose now, and let the new path speak. Place a hand over the words and breathe, I forgive and set myself free. Fold the paper and set it in a safe place or tear it gently as a symbol of release. The action is not for drama, it is for the body. The body trusts visible rituals. They tell the inner world, we are moving on. Create a daily forgiveness touchstone. It can be a small stone, a bead, or a ribbon. Hold it for 1 minute and repeat the phrase. Let this happen at the same time each day, perhaps in the evening when quiet comes. If a fresh hurt arrives, meet it early with the same rhythm. Feel, breathe, phrase, and rest. Early care prevents thick knots from forming. Frequent small releases keep the heart flexible and strong. There will be days when the past shouts. On those days, do less, not more. Care for the body, warm tea, a gentle walk, a nourishing meal. Whisper, I forgive and set myself free, even if it feels like only a whisper of a whisper. Whispers repeated become songs. Songs repeated become the soundtrack of a life. This soundtrack can be one of trust, grace, and space. Forgiveness creates space inside. In that space, peace settles, creativity returns, and guidance is easier to hear. Close this practice with one hand on the heart and one on the belly. Breathe in for 4 counts and out for 6. Speak slowly, I forgive and set myself free. Leave a small pause after the words and sense what opens. Even if it is 1 degree, honor that degree. Healing respects degrees. With each degree of freedom, life feels lighter. With each gentle release, the future becomes easier to welcome. Let the breath carry this truth through the whole body. Freedom is a gift given inwardly, and that gift is being unwrapped now. Action that rises from peace is different from action that rises from panic. Peaceful action is guided. It feels grounded in the body, steady under the feet, warm in the chest. Panic action feels rushed and brittle, like the breath cannot keep up. Becoming open to inspired action begins with listening to the quiet spaces in the day. The heart has a soft way of nudging. It repeats a simple next step, not 100 steps. When the body is settled, the next step often sounds like, send that message, clear that small corner, drink water, write the first sentence, go for a 10-minute walk. The mind may argue that these are too small to matter. The truth is that small steps unlock doors that heavy pushing cannot. Speak inwardly, I am open to inspired action, and breathe out slowly. Let the shoulders drop, let the jaw soften, let the belly be free. In this open posture, guidance has room to land. There is a simple way to sense whether a step is inspired. Place a hand over the heart and speak the possible action aloud. Notice the body's answer. An inspired step feels either warm open or calm neutral. If the body closes, the step may be too big or not for now. Choose a softer version. Instead of finish everything, choose set a 5-minute timer and begin. Instead of change my life, choose do one gentle act that supports tomorrow. The body trusts small, clear moves. Each calm step says to the inner world, we are safe enough to move. Safety invites momentum without strain. Whisper, guidance meets me as I move. Allow that line to rest on the breath. Create a tiny action menu that makes movement easy. Write 3 options that take 5 minutes or less. Keep them within reach of the hand and the day. When energy dips, pick one. After it is done, place a small check mark. The check mark is not for judgment. It is a friendly nod to the nervous system that movement happened with care. Over time, the inner world starts to expect easy success instead of struggle. A mind that expects ease gives more ideas. A heart that sees gentle progress opens more doors. This is how inspired action grows, not from pressure, but from trust built in small moments. If the mind waits to feel perfect clarity before moving, movement may never begin. Clarity often follows movement the way warmth follows sunlight. Begin with the smallest piece. Put one book back on the shelf. Send one simple message. Organize one folder. Draft one honest sentence. After the action, pause and breathe. Ask the body, what feels a little freer now? That feeling is a compass. Let it point toward the next small step. Speak softly. I act with calm clarity. When this becomes a habit, even larger tasks feel less heavy because they are made of many easy pieces. Some days the body carries resistance like a heavy coat. On those days, change the channel through gentle motion before choosing a step. 2 minutes of stretching, a brief walk, or even standing up to breathe in front of a window can shift the inner weather. The mind often clears after the body moves. Then the phrase, "I am open to inspired action," becomes easier to live. Pair it with a practical rule. If a step can be done in 2 minutes, do it now with kindness. If it needs more time, break it into 2-minute pieces and do the first piece only. Kind rules turn inspiration into rhythm. Notice how inspired action respects limits. It does not override hunger, exhaustion, or pain. It listens and adjusts. It trusts that caring for the body is itself an action that supports every other goal. Eat, rest, hydrate, and stretch as acts of love, not delays. The mind-body partnership becomes a stable engine. From that engine, action flows without the old grind. Speak this supportive thought. My next step can be small and powerful. Let it sit in the chest. Follow it with one gentle move, then breathe and thank the body for helping. Open hands invite. If the hands feel tight, open them and face the palms upward for a few breaths. Say, "I am open to inspired action." Feel the fingers spread as if making space for guidance to land. The body understands this language. It responds with subtle ease. Meet that ease with a small step. In this way, openness and movement form a circle. The circle repeats and a new way of living grows, guided, simple, and steady. Trusting timing is a tender practice. It asks the body to release urgency and let life breathe. Many have learned to rush to prove worth or to match a clock set by someone else. Rushing tightens the chest and shortens the exhale. Trust loosens the chest and lengthens the exhale. This does not mean doing nothing. It means moving with a wise pace. A wise pace knows seasons. Some seasons are for planting, some for sprouting, some for tending, some for harvest, and some for rest. Each season is purposeful. Speak inwardly. I trust the timing of my life, and feel the feet on the floor. Let the ground carry some of the weight. Life is willing to help. Comparison makes timing feel harsh. When attention wanders to another path, the nervous system reads danger and speeds up the inner drum. Bring attention back to the breath and the feet. Press the toes into the floor and release. Lift the crown of the head softly. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. In that longer exhale, say, "My pace is wise." The heart hears this and settles. Settled hearts make clearer choices. Clear choices shorten detours. Paradoxically, slowing inside often moves life forward better than rushing. Try a gentle timeline practice. Sit quietly and notice the breath. In your mind, lay out the next 12 months like stepping stones. Do not force details. Simply sense the steps. Whisper, "I trust the timing of my life." Let one small stone close to you glow a little brighter. That is the step for now. It might be learn a tiny new skill, save a small amount each week, or practice receiving daily. Give that step a home in the calendar. Small steps given a home stop floating and start happening. Timing becomes a friend when steps are placed with care. When impatience rises like heat, place both hands on the belly and cool the breath by exhaling slowly through pursed lips. The body interprets this as a calming wind. Speak a bridge thought. I can allow my path to unfold while I do what I can today. This bridge honors the desire to move while relieving the demand to control outcomes. Outcomes belong to timing. Steps belong to today. This division of care reduces strain. With less strain, the heart hears guidance better. There are days when nothing seems to move. Those days are often root days. Roots grow in quiet. What is built on those days is unseen support. Honor them with simple routines. Hydrate, stretch, tidy one small space, speak one kind thought, write one line of gratitude. These acts maintain the inner garden while roots strengthen. Then, when movement returns, it has something strong to stand on. Whisper, "I trust quiet progress." Let that sentence be a warm blanket over the mind. A gentle detox from urgency helps. Choose a small window of the day, perhaps the first 10 minutes after waking, where no comparing or rushing thoughts are allowed. If they appear, greet them with care and return to the breath. Use this sentence: "Life is on time for me in ways I can't always see." This is not avoiding responsibility. It is refusing to pour fear into the soil. When the soil is calm, sprouts are healthier. Calm soil yields steady growth. Close this practice by touching the heart and the belly. Breathe in to 4, breathe out to 6. Say, "I trust the timing of my life." Leave a pause and let the inner space answer. Even a small softening is a sign that trust is taking root. Trust and action are partners. Trust sets the pace. Action takes the step. Together, they move life toward what is good without tearing the fabric of peace. Celebration builds momentum. Noticing small shifts tells the mind progress is happening, and the mind then looks for more. This is not about loud praise or false cheer. It is about truthful acknowledgement. If the jaw is 1 degree looser, that is real. If the breath lingers 1 second longer, that is real. If a kind thought arrived sooner than usual, that is real. These are sparks that warm the inner climate. Say gently, "I celebrate small shifts now." Let the face soften into a light smile. The body reads a smile as safety and opens a little more. Begin a wins ritual that takes 2 minutes. At any calm time in the evening, write 3 small shifts from the day. Keep them simple. I drank water before coffee. I paused before replying. I said yes when help arrived. Place a hand over the list and breathe, speaking softly. Every small step counts for me. This sentence rewires the old rule that only big things matter. In truth, big outcomes are made from many small, repeated choices. When the nervous system learns to savor tiny progress, it stops chasing drama and starts seeking steadiness. Use sensory anchors to mark wins in the body. When a shift is noticed, press thumb to fingertip for a breath, or roll the shoulders back and down, or exhale with a soft sigh. These physical touches stamp the celebration into the nervous system. Over time, the body begins to associate progress with calm, not tension. Calm progress lasts. Calm progress invites more inspired ideas because the mind is not bracing against criticism. Speak this supportive line: "Joy multiplies as I notice it." Allow the words to blend with breath. Gratitude lifts attention to what is working. Let it be specific and grounded. Instead of "everything is great," try "the first sip of warm tea felt soothing," or "the afternoon light eased my eyes," or "a kind phrase softened my chest." Specific gratitude convinces the inner world because it is easy to feel. The body calms when it can feel the truth. Calm bodies store new patterns quickly. This is how celebration becomes a skill, not a performance. Create a gentle scoreboard if it helps. Draw 7 small boxes for the week. Each time a tiny supportive action occurs, add a dot to the day's box. A few dots are enough. The dots are friendly lights guiding the mind forward. They say, consistency over intensity. Excessive intensity often burns out goodness. Consistency lets goodness breathe. Speak inwardly, "I welcome steady progress." If a day brings setbacks, the celebration is that you noticed and cared. Write, "I gave myself grace today." That counts. Grace is never wasted. It keeps the door open for tomorrow's steps. Place 1 hand on the heart and 1 on the belly. Breathe out slowly and say, "I celebrate small shifts now." Let a memory of any gentle moment from the day arrive. Hold it for a breath. This trains attention to return to what heals rather than to what harms. Carry this daytime practice. Each time a small shift occurs, silently say, yes, this, short, kind, and true. That yes becomes a thread that weaves the day together. Threads become fabric. Over weeks, the fabric feels like a soft cloak of support around the shoulders. From under that cloak, movement through life is easier and kinder. Now bring all of this together in a simple, living rhythm. Morning can begin with one hand on the heart, one on the belly, and a slow breath. Choose one of the 7 phrases to guide the day. Let it be the smallest one that feels alive. Speak it 3 times, lingering on the exhale. Then take one tiny step that matches the phrase. If the phrase is about receiving, accept a simple kindness. If the phrase is about thoughts, read a partner thought aloud. If the phrase is about forgiveness, offer 2 minutes of heart breathing. Morning is for planting. Midday offers a gentle reset. Pause for 1 minute, relax the jaw, drop the shoulders, and lengthen the exhale. Ask the body, what would help right now? Choose from the tiny action menu. Allow one inspired move. If energy is low, care for the body first. Drink water, have a nourishing bite, or step into fresh air. Then speak a bridge thought. I can do one kind step now. Midday is for tending. Evening is for harvesting. Write 3 small wins and one place where more kindness is wanted tomorrow. Place a hand over the page and breathe. Speak a soft truth. I am learning in gentle ways. Let the nervous system settle. If forgiveness is needed, offer 2 minutes of release. If celebration is needed, smile and feel the face grow warm. If trust is needed, press the feet into the floor and let the exhale be long. Evening is for integration. Each week can carry a very simple focus. Week 1 might center on willingness. I am willing to release resistance. Week 2 on receiving. It is safe for me to receive. Week 3 on choosing thoughts that support. Week 4 on forgiveness. Then keep cycling through the 7 phrases, 1 per week, allowing one to lead and the others to support. This slow cycle creates depth rather than pressure. Depth holds when the winds of life rise. Over time, these phrases become a friendly inner chorus, a steady guidance system that speaks in kindness. There is no need to chase perfection. Perfection is brittle and tiring. Loving practice is flexible and strong. If a day slips by, begin again without story. Beginning again is a sacred doorway you can walk through at any time. The body learns that care is always available. The mind learns that support is always an option. The heart learns that it does not have to earn love to receive it. In this atmosphere, manifestation is not a test. It is a natural outcome of alignment, the gathering of what you are steadily becoming inside. Let the breath slow. Feel the hand on the heart. Speak softly. I allow ease. I allow love. I allow good. Feel the words move through the chest like warm light. Then add, life supports me in beautiful ways. Leave space for a quiet answer from within. Notice any small softening, any warmth behind the sternum, any length in the exhale. These are signs of alignment. Alignment invites inspired action, welcomes receiving, chooses supportive thoughts, forgives with wisdom, trusts timing, and celebrates tiny shifts. This is a kind way to live and a powerful way to create. Carry this final encouragement forward. Gentle steps taken often change everything. The 7 phrases are companions. Speak them in a caring tone. Pair them with small actions. Let the body teach the mind that safety and support are here. Where there is safety and support, the heart opens. Where the heart opens, life can deliver what belongs to it. Take one more breath, long and easy. Whisper for your inner world to hear, I am ready for gentle miracles. Let that line sit in the warm space you have made and walk into your day with calm, steady grace.